Okay, hi guys, welcome back. This is probably going down if the MACD breaks. Okay, it will go down, but yeah, it's likely, but it may not happen. Really, we'll see. It's likely. I would say it's more likely to go down than go up. We'll see. Wow. This is 1, 2, 3 blood diamonds. This is blood diamond. Yeah. It always comes up when we have such sideways consolidation. And yeah, it's going a little down now, but not too much down. But we may have a break because of this. We may have a breakdown later. Usually when I see two of them, I go away. I'm very fearful. Sometimes they don't work very well. Maybe there can be a shake-up. Who knows? After this hitting new autumn high at 69k, then it's going down. Shakeout. To have a shakeout of some bastards. How did someone mention them? It was very funny. I don't remember. Anyway. It is connected, yes. It should be. That's why I would appreciate to have some chat working, but yours, no one.
You can find her work at Tarot by Janine here on YouTube and also here on Setting Raisins. Janine, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Jean-Claude. Hi, everybody.
How's it going, Janine?
Good.
Good.
Good. Yep.
Good.
Anything else you want to share?
Not really.
It's like pulling teeth with you sometimes. Hello everyone, I'm Jean-Claude. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hey guys, if you haven't seen it yesterday, Janine and I had this amazing show with Bryce of Esoteric Atlanta. And it was really, okay, so Bryce had a topic in mind that she wanted to develop, but we had no idea starting the show where this was going to go. Janine, what can you share with the audience here about that show from yesterday?
Oh, yeah. It was, as usual, down all these rabbit holes.
Yeah.
And got some really interesting personal insights into Bryce's fella.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like a pretty, who brought the topic apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seems to have a connection there. So I was like, yeah, we went to surprising places.
Mm-hmm.
And
The after show was just as important as the the actual live show also.
yep, the after show was, yeah, pretty personal stuff, but it was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Eve says, yes, that was an amazing show. You know, yeah, I was in tears. Yeah, a few people were in tears, Janine. I wonder why. All right, I'll stop putting you on the spot here. Let's get into our show tonight. Man, there's so much going on. Where do I start? Can we start, I guess, with this one here? Hold on a second. You and I have already done a pay-per-view on this a couple of days ago, and it seems that what we were tracking now is starting to come out. Let's speak about that. Choose your words here, but you and I have been getting a lot of email reports from people who work in the medical help industry, and they're telling a very different story here than what's in the mainstream media.
And, so instead of 8 people going down, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
and getting, like, yeah, off the earth plane and, out of their bodies. It's so hard to use words here, but it could have been 100 or more.
Yeah.
So they're downplaying the heck right out of it, and apparently the music frequency was off and very demonic, really, for lack of a better word. Lots of people are reporting feeling ill, and right from the beginning, from the music they were playing ahead of time. There was reports from this one group that goes to all of these kind of concerts that they went and they had their usual really close-up spot, and they got there really early, but they felt something was really off. So that's a TikTok that went viral. They felt something was off, and they ended up leaving, and they never do that. They just felt intuitively like there was something wrong going on.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all kinds of stuff that apparently he's being charged. So, yeah.
I don't know if that's just a show for the camera here. We'll see, because a lot of these people are willing participant in some of these events. I'm not saying that he is. We actually didn't look at his participation in the show. But oddly enough, everything that Janine's talking about now, we were actually pulling cards on a couple of days ago. So if you haven't seen that episode, please do go check it out. It's quite a doozy. So let me bring that link back down to the live chat. There you go, folks. Another thing too, we should do this quick update. Since Janine and I interviewed the amazing Carla last Sunday, she's been really busy. Really busy is an understatement. And of course, a lot of people are supporting her there on her Etsy shop. Let me bring that back down. And she mentioned to me today too, GC, tell people not to forget to use the coupon code Beyond Mystic. So a lot of them are forgetting to use the code and then having to go back, cancel the order, and then put it back, and it's just creating even more work for Carla here, who's already open.
Can you imagine if they make this shit with frequency? They can kill or make people ill, sick with frequency.
Overwhelmed with all of these orders. So if you guys are interested in that, go check it out. The link is in the description box below, and I'm putting that down here in the live chat again. But yeah, use your coupon code, save another 10% here on your buy local and help the community gift here. Now, we do have a pyramid for tonight that Carla has given us to donate for the show again here tonight. So let me bring that one up also, and she has a bit of a message in that one as well. So let me bring that up. Here is this one here, and let me know right away, Janine, if you can't hear this.
Okay.
There it goes.
Hi everyone, this is Carla from Ascension Organics. Today I wanted to show you this beautiful piece I made. Her name is Carmen. So Carmen is made of tiger's eye crystal and brass metals. Tiger's eye is known to be like the strength stone. I think of it also as a protective piece or a protection stone. So I will place Carmen somewhere around the entrance of your house or the entrance of your workspace, just anywhere that you want it to be protected. She also has the flower of life in gold. I wanted to take this quick opportunity to thank each and every one of you for all the orders that I've received and for all the messages that I've received. I am overwhelmed with love and gratitude for each and every one of you. I am working really hard in fulfilling all the orders and making changes so that I can get them out to you faster, but obviously I'm going to take some time with some of them just to make sure that each piece is made correctly and the right way. So thank you so much for everything, and I hope you like her.
All right. Well, that was the amazing Carla, and that is the pyramid tonight. That will be, how do you say that, Thierry, en français? A draw tonight, yes, from the PayPal tip jar. Man, I'm losing my English here. So let me bring that link back down in the chat for you guys for the PayPal tip jar. We really do appreciate that. It's what keeps Denny and I going on the show, and of course we split these tips here every night, so it makes a big difference, guys. Really appreciate it, and that's why we try to get these little gifts back to you here during these amazing shows. All right, now let's go back to the news stories for today. You and I talked about this on Monday. You said, hey, where the hell is Mr. G? Well, apparently, Janine, he was just trick-or-treating.
Oh.
He went on a 2-week bender trick-or-treating, and now suddenly he's back, apparently.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a break.
Last one night to give me a break.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
the...
okay, so maybe you can share with the audience what you've heard here in the last couple of days of what perhaps really is going on, and then I'll ask you to pull some cards on.
Yeah, so according to Phil of Rapid Fire on Rumble, and I won't say any more about that, but according to him, uh, this guy took himself off the airplane because he's fearing what's coming. You know, they were coming for him. So
Mhm.
they're coming for these people, you guys. Don't even kid yourself. They're doing it.
Right. Okay. So do we want to ask the cards if indeed he did kill himself with love and kindness? You know, you always have to kill them with love. So is that what happened here, Jean?
Yeah.
trick or treating. What the fuck?
Well, things got really, really hard for him. So he must have known they were coming. But I'm not actually getting, so maybe they're putting that out there for some other reason. Because this looks like he's somewhere. So he got taken somewhere far away. I
And that's
don't-
the same thing you were pulling on Monday on this,
No,
yeah?
I don't think he did. I think they're just saying that for the sake of those. Maybe he crossed over sides, because this card's our alliance card, and he's doing something, like, even though he's fickle, okay, because this card's really fickle. The King of Cups is fickle, or sorry, the Knight of Cups is really fickle. But maybe he came over to the other side, and this is the story they devised to get him out of the crosshairs of the bad guys who, you know, wanted to keep controlling him. I feel like he crossed over to the good side. Not that I'm not saying he's a good person. He's done bad things, and he did it to save his neck here. Maybe literally.
Would you perhaps pull a card to see who or what is behind this new apparition now? Is it CGI? Is it a person in a mask? Who's behind posting this fake person here pretending they're back if indeed they are captured somewhere?
Well, not him. Not him. That almost feels like they found somebody like a look-alike or something. It's a facade anyway, so they might also be using CGI,
Okay.
right? So the pictures you're seeing or the images could be CGI, or they could be using some kind of technology that puts a vision over a face, get the right body type and everything.
Yeah.
But because there's this off-world card in the middle, so they might be using technology that we don't know exists that could alter the guy's voice and face.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because they're being very creative about it.
And would you say those are the good guys or the bad guys?
Those are the good guys.
The good guys are running the op.
I
Okay.
think the good guys are running this guy now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He came over and he's trying to save, what's left of his life.
Okay. Wow. Fascinating. Man, I was just looking at the PayPal tip jar and I just fell on one question I just knew I had to ask. And again, I don't know until I click on that thing, guys. I don't see the questions. Will I have a baby and is my cancer gone? Love you both, Nicole. There it is. But thank you, Nicole. Let's try to pull some cards here to give her some answers.
So it's definitely been a really hard run for Nicole. These are cards. She's had a hard time of it. So she's been through a lot here. And there's a lot of fear around the idea of a
This keeps
child.
increasing.
So she's maybe been
Fuck.
told she couldn't because this card says there's this sense of
It's fucking dog.
official balance. Like, so she might have been officially told something. Okay, so it is important to Oh boy, so yes and yes to our two questions. Okay, so she needs to think around, sometimes they tell you things that it's like, and you need to stay with your own version of your future. That's what I get. Here's her advice. Stay in absolute vision that you are healthy. Absolutely love yourself. Be really good to yourself, even generous. So there's something around lifetimes of being hard on herself that seems really important that if she can get that, she can have those things. So she has to love herself up and give herself nice things and not be afraid. So she's really loving to others and forgets about herself, or that's been the pattern over lifetimes. So she has to start really loving herself up. She should have a big romance with herself
Very good.
for the next year and just start to really get to know her. I'm my favorite date. I'm going to tell you that right now. I love going with myself out to the movies with my higher self and people watching, and I go to movies by myself all the time. I'm my best date so far.
That's hilarious. I spend a lot of time alone too. I go by the riverfront and just spend time there meditating quite a bit, and I just love it. And I'm like, I don't need anybody. It's really cool. Okay, well, Nicole, the other thing too I'm got to say is that the universe right now, the energies coming in are also supporting you in doing that work to get out of that karmic loop, as Janine is saying here now. So it's really up to you to make that happen. So good luck, Nicole. Thank you for that question, and our heart goes out to you. Okay, what's next? Janine, let me go. I normally don't do these, but for some reason this one too grabbed my attention. This was in the email. Believe it or not, I caught an email with a question. There's thousands of them. So this is from JNC. What's the name? Jess. Okay, Jess. And I believe this person is from either Denmark or Finland. And they're asking me, okay, hold on. I'm not going to read the whole email. JC, please. Okay, please ask Janine about these two countries, Denmark and Finland. The thing, documentation, is introduced again and needs to be shown for dining, for restaurants, for nightclubs, and this takes effect from Friday. So I'm guessing this is translating. This is not the person's first language. So that's the setup, and here's the question. It's been said that the head of the country that this is for those who are not complying. This is unheard of, JC. I'm dealing with you. Can you please ask some cards here to give us some directions here? What's going on in these two countries? Do you want to do them one by one, Janine? Do you want to do Denmark first to get kind of an overlay and then do Finland? Is that the best way to tackle this?
Yep.
He's also asking, like, where's all this leading? Like food shortages, riots, like they're very nervous about the future here. So let's start with Denmark first. What can you pull on a situational update for Denmark?
Okay. I don't think it's sticking around very long. I don't think it's sticking around. And I also get it's not based in any deep truths. So they must have a compromised government and a shadow government, like I think everywhere does. Yeah, so it's showing this unique, it's showing this facade, pretending that they actually even have any clout, the government. The government doesn't seem to have any clout. And it's because the people are really resisting it, right? So they're not getting it. So they're putting the pressure on. So anywhere that's not getting it, Canada's doing the very same thing. Canadians are a little too okay with the kind of shenanigans that they're trying to pull. Not all of us, but a whole lot of us. And it looks like Denmark's the same. The good guys seem to be in charge of Denmark on the backside, but they're the shadow. and they're getting these Danish politicians to, so they're getting word from that wise old soul, the hermit energy that I keep getting around. So I'm thinking that's the head of the alliance. Okay? So I feel like your one branch of the alliance is actually in charge, and these things won't stick, but they just need some more people to wake the you-know-what up.
Hey, that's for Denmark, and the other one was for Finland.
Okay, let's have a look.
Finland.
So that doesn't mean sit around and wait for, to be saved, Denmark. You gotta rise up, not in a violent way, but in a sovereign and don't comply way. That's what, Canadians have to learn that too. Australians have learned. Australians are showing us the way now.
And New Zealand.
Yeah,
a couple
New
days.
Zealand and Italians have been showing us the way the whole time. The French, not all of them, obviously they've got sleepers too, but they're doing a great job of showing us how that looks. So take some notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at, what's the other one? Finland?
The other one is Finland, yeah. Oh, and that was from Jess, and he was replying to an email, I guess for our notification for the Wizard of Oz video. So we have to go back and talk about that too for the audience. It's available now in pay-per-view. And also, folks, I see a lot of questions in the chat about 11/11. We are going to ask about that. It's on my list here tonight, so you don't have to repeat that so much in the chat. We'll get to that
Yeah.
tomorrow as well. Okay, Finland.
So we've got 6 in the tower. They're also, you just don't know it, Finland, but you've got the good guys leading your people. And whatever's showing and is shocking to you, they're trying to shock you awake, same thing, because we got too many sleepers there too. And it's been really hard to wake up Finland for some reason. They're particularly sleepy. Yeah, they're gonna stress everybody out. They're gonna just push it, they're pushing it. They're doing it in Canada too. We have the very same thing that was described there is happening here. Right where I live. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So here we've got, so secretly in the background. So we got secretly in the background, people are being rounded up also. There's a lot of roundups going on with your elites or what they call themselves elites, or people that, and not just elites, like just anybody who's been dabbling in the dark cult and activities related. Deep state sort of is the government arm of that.
Okay. There's a few people in the chat saying, hey, JC, the tip jar link is not working. I'm clicking on it, and it goes right to here. So, it seems to be working here. Let me try to repost that, guys, for you for some reason. There might be a space too many. Let me try this again. That's weird. And I see some pips going in, so we're seeing that. Maybe there's something wrong with your browser. So there you go. There's the link again, guys. A big thank you again for all of you. Oh shoot. Let's go to this one. Where's Jen Psaki? The same thing here. We had Newsom disappear, and now apparently she's also disappeared. Do we want to pull some cards? Do we want to even touch that one tonight, Janine?
Who's she again?
The press secretary.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
You know that we've looked into her. I think it was you and I can't remember. Or was
Yeah.
it on one of my other channels?
No, you and I did
Yeah.
maybe 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago.
She's a white hat, she's a plant.
In disguise, yeah.
How do you like that? Yeah, she's on the good guy's side. Isn't that a riot? So
Was she perhaps extracted then, because this is all about to end, and you need to extract the good guys from their undercover positions? Is that what happened to her?
Interesting. Let's have a look. Yeah. They had to get her out of there. Something was threatening to, she might have had some threats. So the bad guys were watching our show and found out she was on the good guys' side, and I'm just kidding. I'm sure they already knew that a long time ago. But she had some threats, so they took her out of there. She's somewhere safe. Yeah, she's a plant.
Keeps coming up every time I look at her.
She just pretends to be, that, she does a great job of it.
She's gonna win an Academy Award for this if she actually is. It's absolutely amazing.
She
What-
does a great job.
What a performance! Yeah, yeah. My God. Okay, let's move on. She gives me the heebie-jeebies no matter what anybody says. But at any rate, she's a weird one.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is interesting, folks. We're starting to see now in North America this idea of price controls, similar to what we've seen in Latin America. That always leads to this crazy hyperinflation. Now, Cliff, on his show this last weekend, I forget which one now, but I think it was the Oh Woo, or it could have been The Shape of Wu to Come. It could have been one of those two. At any rate, he was explaining that the infrastructure bill that was passed last weekend by the Biden regime was one of those last temporal markers he was looking for that would lead us into this panic to own gold, silver, and also into crypto. And he said that things would devolve very quickly after that, and one of the next things to follow was price controls. Well, here we are a couple of days later, and it's absolutely in the news. This is what Mr. B is trying to set up a committee to do exactly that. So can we start asking the cards here if this price control scheme here from Biden is in fact indicative here of where the country is going in terms of the hyper inflation of our currency? Are we right on target here as to the models of how things usually develop in other countries? Is this where we're going here again with the Biden regime?
It appears that way, but it's not true. They're gonna get moved out of, so the US is gonna get moved out of troubled waters, and there's protection somehow. You hear an echo?
Nope.
Okay, I was hearing an echo.
Maybe bring your speaker down just a little bit, maybe, Janine?
Yep, I just did.
Okay.
So there's some kind of protection going on in the background, but it's meant to look like that. The strategy, it's meant to look like everything's just going down the tubes. They're trying to make it look like the whole country is. They're just gonna reboot it. There's something put in place that's going to reboot everything. So it'll be a little tricky for a while. So it's not as bad as it seems. I mean, whatever's going on with the Federal Reserve and everything, all of that's real. That's going down, but there's something else going to come and sort of save the economy. Let's just put it that way. I don't mean miraculously. There's going to be issues for a while, for sure. But I feel like there's a whole lot. This was expected, and they're strategically making it look like this on purpose.
So you're, in economic terms, you're describing a softer landing as opposed to a crash that people are talking about. So
Yeah.
there's something cushioning there that's been prepared. Okay.
In reality, yeah.
Okay.
But
That makes
it'll
sense.
look like it's going right off the cliff. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We always got that the economy would crash and then somehow retrieve itself really fast. Well, we
Yeah.
got that with the stock market, so that's a big part of it, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Angie says, how wooed. Loved it. So, of course, I put out a meme today. I don't know how this came. I was so busy today, I put like 24 shows on the board, just doing all my scheduling. And at a certain point, I saw an email and somebody was laughing about something that Cliff said, and they thought Cliff was a little bit rude. And I said, well, no, he's not rude, he's just wooed. So I was thinking the image of Jar Jar Binks. And you know how my brain works, and I thought, oh, wait, wouldn't that be a cool episode if I brought maybe Bix Weir, Jason Four, Cliff High, and maybe myself in a Star Trek themed kind of episode. So I came up with this poster. So we might be able to pull this one off together and talk about gold, silver, crypto, and all the woo going on. And of course, we're going to offend some of the Karens out there. We're going to say, how woo, Mr. High. Anyways, I'm just having fun here today, as you can tell. Okay, so next story. I hope you guys like that. I'm just having fun. All right, next story that ties into this forex inflation, and which was also forecasted in the Webbot reports way back when, is that when this would start, when we would see that maybe that first domino, as maybe Cliff was talking about this last weekend with the infrastructure spending bill, we would start to see finally silver being unshackled, let loose. And you've been picking up on the cards here in the last couple of months. When you look at it, that yes, this suppression is almost at its end. Now, in the Webbot data, it described a funny phenomenon where suddenly silver would be doing dollar-a-day moves, and then people would say, it's happened before, nothing's happening here, don't worry. And then we would do $5 a day moves, and then people would say, oh, maybe that's weird a little bit. But again, people say, it's, they've been manipulating for so long, I'm not biting. And then suddenly we'd be looking at $20 a day moves, and people would say, holy shit, this is it, we're really on that track.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at the chart here today. That looks a lot like a $1 a day move hitting us this morning with all of the stress going on into the system. So my question for Julian is, have we started now on this pattern that Cliff High was describing way back when that would give us an indication that silver has already been let loose, and we're going to see this gradual step back defeat or how do you call it, strategic setback from these controllers, and we're going to see these incremental stair steps here as we move forward. Have we started down that path? That's a big yes.
Yep. Yep. Our desire, something happened in the background that we've been waiting for and desiring. People that have been following silver have been waiting for this, so a wish came true. This is the near future, so it looks like it's going up. And it's integral, so something became integral with silver management, what people have been wishing for. So it got in the hands of some kind of integrity. Hasn't for a really long time, right? But there's something's happening, and then we've got this card as the outcome. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we could really see, it's like it's off its leash here. It looks like.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny, this morning, I did see people in the chat saying, come on, we talked about this before, it's this conspiracy. Well, it's like that until it's not, right? It was the same thing with the Lehman Brothers. No, don't worry, buy more stock, there's no problem. And then suddenly there was a big problem. Wow, so a big yes on this new, trading pattern for silver. And that means, guys, every day you wait now, potentially, if we're on this track, you're going to be paying more for silver. And it's not just the price that's the issue now. Andy Shedman is coming back on the show tomorrow, and last week and the week before, both he and Bill Holter were telling us that supply is becoming very tight. There's something weird happening with our mints, and Janine pulled some cards on that last week, and she came up with the fact that, rich people are hoarding physical silver. They know what's going on here. They've been clued in, basically, before us, the plebeians here.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, if you're looking to physical silver, and we have three new specials here today, that's beyondmystic.net/silver. These are the discounts afforded to the Beyond Mystic audience. The Noah's Ark silver coins are back at $375 over spot. The box of American Eagles, those were really popular. They were sold out a month ago. He's got a few more boxes here, but these are for the people who actually want to buy the monster box of those. He's got a few more. And of course, for people now who maybe are panicking a little bit more, who want to get just bullion and start stocking out, you've got some either kilo or 100-ounce silver bars for you guys, which is dealer's choice. They're going to choose for you at only $269 over spot. One hell of a deal. So guys, go check it out. beyondmystic.net/silver. All right, let me bring that back down in the link for you guys. Okay, next one here. Janine, you again have been so on the ball with this person over the year, because a lot of people are saying, they just put Mr. B in, it was a placeholder for Mrs. H here, and now even the mainstream media is telling us, nope, not gonna happen. We agree with Janine, if they change Mr. B, it sure as hell ain't gonna be her. Worst approval rating ever of any VP in history. So my question is, what the hell did happen? Why is the mainstream media suddenly not propelling this original idea that they were trying to sell or hard sell us here last year of a female president? What just happened?
That's interesting. I saw a video going around Twitter, etc., and she was basically telling the truth about who's really in the hospital right now. And she said it 4 times. So it was pretty interesting, unless that was CGI and somebody just voiced over her. It would have been a pretty good job of it if it was.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the cards have to say here. In the meantime, Christine21. GC, please respond to my email so that I can purchase silver. Okay, again, these guys are overwhelmed right now. The booking forms are going like crazy. Typically, you should get a response within 24 hours from Andy and his crew. And if you don't, either check your spam box or let me know by sending me an email so I can tell Andy, hey, maybe there's something wrong somewhere in the black hole. But they are absolutely overwhelmed right now, Christine, so it might take a little bit longer for you to get a response from them than usual, but I know they're working around the clock here. Okay, Jimmy, back to you.
She was rounded up a long time ago. That's not her at all. Got 2 aces, so it's a brand new her. And she's, like, obviously, they're just using the image of her and using the visuals of her. So she's nowhere near that. I think she's facing she's in some kind of legal trouble from these guys. So that's my alliance card. It's been my alliance card in these kind of questions. And then this was in the past. So whenever I get this in the past with these kind of questions, I'm thinking they were rounded up.
Okay.
So, like, they're just letting her drop. I mean, you're not seeing anything real anyway.
Yeah.
When anything comes out her mouth, does it make any sense? They're not even working on, I mean, I can't fathom how just regular folks think the actual apparent government's doing anything. They're not doing anything. Nothing's usual.
Yeah.
Nothing's normal. They're not, like, they don't decorate the White House for the holidays. Like, nobody's seen the First Lady even do anything. Like, this is absurd what's going on. Even Canadians can see that, but I don't know how the mainstream media can keep a straight face talking about this bunch. It's always the biggest hoax I've ever seen, and people should be, they'll be flabbergasted when they find out how they've been hoaxed.
Can you get a yes or no as to whether or not maybe the good guys are in control of the media here to, basically they're not talking to us, they're talking to the bad guys and saying, hey, your dog don't hunt. Whoops, wrong folks are here, let me go back. Where did you go, Canola? There you go. Okay, good find her. So it's the good guys here telling the bad guys that, hey, your dog don't hunt here, we're controlling the media here, and we're telling the population that if you had plans for this, it's not going to fly, because now everybody knows that nobody likes her, and that's the truth. Is that who's putting this out?
Wow. So, mainstream media's been compromised big time. So they were owned by these guys, but that's been largely infiltrated. So a whole lot of people have been come between, come over to the other side, probably to save their necks. And they're doing the bidding of the good guys. But that doesn't mean all of them. So not all of them. There's still some reins here by the bad guys, but gaining by the good guys. So this was charging after this guy. So they're let's say this, they're moving in on the mainstream media. And I got that even a year ago, they would slowly infiltrate, and then it would they'd start flipping their narrative, and we're seeing that, I think, now.
Yeah. Well, let me bring up to the next news item. That's great. Skippy Jones, GC, was the concert a thingy for the thingy and the towers? Yeah, pretty much. We actually pulled cards on that during the pay-per-view episode, because a lot of that language is difficult here to accommodate on YouTube. So what was that episode?
Yeah.
Hold on.
We can't even say where it was or the guy's name whose concert it was, or we get flagged.
Right, I know Guy was having trouble uploading your videos on this too. So that's why, guys, we did put this one here on our private server.
Yeah.
We'll bring the link down again if you're interested in watching that one. Absolutely fabulous episode. And while I'm on that, so that link is down in the live chat. The next one we wanted to bring up to your attention, of course, is this one. Finally, somebody asked me the other day, Jesse, why aren't you putting this out on pay-per-view? I'm like, I don't have time. was so busy the last couple of days scheduling everybody, but I finally was able to put it on pay-per-view. Of course, the Insider Access Pass, people get this right away as soon as Janine and I record. It's easy. It just goes there automatically in the thing. But creating the product and doing all the promos takes time, and so I was a few days late on this one. So anyways, there are advantages to being an Insider Access Pass member, guys. So, The Wizard of Oz Decode is on at pay-per-view now. Absolutely great episode. And Janine and I keep getting emails every day. Oh my God, now suddenly that makes sense. Oh my God. So yeah, there's a collective healing that needs to happen around this story. Absolutely. Yep. All right, so guys, go check it out. Absolutely. Wait, let me bring that link down. People are going to have to in the show after. Hold on. Here's the live link for that. And the live stream there. You'll find that on the pay-per-view library, guys. Okay.
Can I just mention something? I don't know if you heard this, but just about that healing that has to happen. There was an incredible interview by Stu, and then I'm going to say his last name now, Peters, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He knows names right close together in a row can get you into trouble if you can believe it, because he brings a lot of truth. I don't know what you think of him.
No, I like him.
He interviewed this young woman, 27, and she gives she just gives it to, like, names, and describes the whole situation that's been going on under our feet, underground, all over the world, very similar to what Annette Archer brings. Like, he's bringing a U.S. version of it.
Yeah.
Incredible, brave woman, and I was pulling cards while she was talking, and she's absolutely telling truth. Talking about locations in the U.S. and where they go and who's doing what, and names, all kinds of names. That's going to be very eye-opening, and she's just literally, an interesting little tidbit. She did say, and she wasn't prompted by Stu at all to say this, but she did say that the one name that she didn't ever encounter in those worlds, she says almost everybody's involved politically except Mr. T.
Yeah.
And she heard rumors, so she got out of it, it sounds like, about a year or two ago, or maybe sooner. But somebody adopted her, so it could have been sooner. But so she hasn't been literally, like, she's been hounded down and chased, but she's so far kept safe for some time. So she probably wasn't, like, but she heard rumors that Mr. T was the only one doing anything about it. But she didn't, like, yup him up or anything. She didn't know for sure. But she said, what I could tell you is he's somebody that I never encountered in those dark worlds, and we never heard his name in those worlds. But we heard everybody else's practical.
Well, guys, again, go check it out. The Wizard of Oz on pay-per-view. Speaking of healings also, Janine and I are absolutely excited to have Medina back on the show for another healing episode. So if you go down to my upcoming live streams, yes, these are not my past videos, these are all my upcoming live streams. There's a lot coming on there. Where is Medina? There you go. On November 23rd, Medina's coming back at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be focusing on some of the subject matter that Janine just mentioned there in terms of healing. So that's going to be absolutely fabulous. Tomorrow night, guys, while we're at it, Ashley, the first inaugural episode of Galactic Tarot. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern. And we will be broadcasting on both the channel here, BeyondMystic.net, and also on Descending Ravens channel. Why is that, Janine?
Because she's my deep dive Friday girl.
Well, there we go.
And one of my best friends. Yeah.
It'll be absolutely amazing. We're trying to support her in her work. And of course, we're going to take a galactic twist to a lot of the viewers' questions. So, Ashley and I were talking earlier today. She said, well, I'm not into the political stuff all that much, but I'm into spirit guides and I'm into all of these ET contacts and all that stuff. So we're going to bridge that context for you guys as well during the show. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. And tomorrow night, the Wacky Woo also. You don't want to miss that. And also, this is cool. Janine, tell us what's going on with this poster here. The Sacred Temples with Robin McLeary. Who's that?
Yeah, McCleary.
McLeary.
Robin McCleary is actually a member of my family through marriage. And she's absolutely, she was a wonderful, is still a wonderful actress, but she's moved into the healing arts in a really big way. And she mostly works with women that wish to become pregnant, are pregnant, wish to birth in a natural way. She does sacred breath work, all these ways that she brings you to. She actually birthed this way herself, her child, so she has personal experience with it and has helped a lot of people with their experiences, just around empowering them. And there's so much more to it, but she'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
But she's just, it's her rebirth too, because she's going in a whole different direction from Hollywood.
Right. Absolutely going to be an exciting show. So that's November 16th at 9 p.m. Eastern. That will be co-hosted with Janine and myself. So we're really excited about that. Bringing new talent on the show is absolutely amazing. Janine and I love doing that. We've already showcased the amazing Carla. Of course, Robin is coming on. And let me bring up this new endeavor Janine and I have put together, and it's called Woo's Got Talent. And so we're looking for more of you guys out there in the woo, whether you're a psychic, you're a healer, or you're just too woo for woo, and you want to be on the show, fill out this contact form here, and we'll try to see if we can find some other really cool woo people. And of course, that's me pretending to be Zoolander there, and I've got the whole bracket set up.
I want a Zoolander outfit too.
Oh my God. All right, so let me bring that link down, guys. What are you doing? I don't know, really cool Reiki blankets or whatever it is. Let us know.
Yeah.
Fill out this form here, and we'll try to see if we can get you on the show. And of course, I put in red there because we've already soft launched this a couple of days ago, and a lot of people are filling out the form. So we're only going to respond to the people, of course, who we want to contact and we think would be a good fit for the show. And there's actually a paragraph in there. Fill that out. Take your time to fill that out to say why you actually match here the frequency of the Beyond Mystic audience. And Janine and I are going to pull cards on that. And then perhaps you'll be the next talent superstar here on Beyond Mystic. So that's beyondmystic.net/talent search. And let me bring that link down as well. Go ahead.
Okay, it makes sense why we work together, and we've probably done things like this before in a past life, because not everybody's into acknowledging others' talents and pumping up their tires when they're good. But my whole life, I've loved to shout people out. That's something I do, and people have shouted me out graciously, but I love to shout others out too. It's harder to do because if they're really controversial, you get in trouble. So the Tarot by Janine channel guy asked me not to do things like that. I sometimes slip and do it anyway, but because for some reason they're really watching that channel, and if you say somebody who's really controversial, like I could never say that Stu guy on there, not even close. But but if I had my way, that's all I do all day is just tell you about people doing awesome things, and I see that you're just like that, Jean-Claude. You love to your whole work is around showing people, your audience, who's out there, what they're doing, and bringing all this knowledge from outside sources. And that's what I liked about you right off the bat.
I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm the same. I'm always trying to build people up as opposed to put people down. I've always had that frame of mind, and it's always exciting. And so far, judging by the big success of a lot of the people who have come on my show already, and of course, as of late here, the endeavor that you and I brought together with Carla was an absolute smashing success. So yeah, we're looking forward to meeting more of the Woo. So Woo's Got Talent. Let us know. beyondmystic.net/talent search. Maybe you'll be on the show next. All right. Okay, let's go back to our PayPal tip jar. There's a cool one here. Where was it? Jason, I believe. Oh yeah, that is a cool question, Jason. Can you guys see that? Okay, let me scroll that. Okay, yeah. Okay. Will the off-worlders that visit us in the near future, who will deceive? Okay. Will the off-worlders that visit us in the near future deceive the human race? Thank you both.
So we know there's good and bad ones. Okay, so obviously the bad ones likely will, or they'll try to, But there are some really gracious ones. These two together is beautiful. Two major arcanas. I'm thinking like we're going to get some Venetians here. Is that the word? Venetians.
Yeah, Venetians, yeah.
From
Yeah.
Venus. I don't know if I said that right. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. But anyway, from Venus, because I don't know, she's very, look at that little astrological, that's Venus. Okay, and Venus is like that kind of energy. Also, the Lovers is another Venus card. Okay, it's like, yeah, it's Libra, so Venus. Anyway, so I think we're going to get some Venetians, it looks like, and they're going to be really good. And I'm sure there's more groups that are going to be good too. And they're going to be even generous and really help us rebuild our world. In particular to do with our vegetation, food growing, and how we're handling, because it's all been manipulated. Like what they've insisted farmers do and how they spray, and we've been literally poisoned by our food source. We have to rethink the whole thing. People doing little individual farms, that's your safest bet.
Yeah.
You can shop for even your vegetables at markets where they're bringing it in from locals would be better. Or if you can't and you just have to deal with big supermarkets, do some visualization over the food to bring it back to a healthy place, because we're magical. So don't forget you can do that too. Just some people call it praying, but I like to just say intend and visualize over it.
Yeah, absolutely. Teresa and a few other people in the chat are saying, "Oh, JC forgot us." No, I haven't forgot you. I'm going to ask about 9/11, but I'm going to end on that, guys. So be patient. We're almost there. My God, it's like you forgot us. No, I haven't. Okay, we'll be back to you, Teresa, and everyone else asking. Tana, wow. Okay, speaking of wow, yes. Janine, let me put you on the spot a little bit here. You were a little bit emotional on the show with Bryce yesterday, and there's a big reason why that is. Can you explain a little bit why that was, and why, again, we are always working here on this show also to give back to our audience? And tonight, of course, for the PayPal tip jar, you get a chance to win this beautiful Carmen pyramid here from Carla. What was going on yesterday that got you so emotional?
Oh, I was describing, so just before the show, I'd gotten this parcel that was incredible. It probably took this person from Australia, by the way. It took them probably days and days to put it together. It was artwork, paintings, all hand done and everything. It was absolutely stunning. Things I can frame, and and it was like you would unfold one thing and then another thing would surprise you. And I've gotten several incredible boxes of beautiful, like incredible, like gifted boxes with all of this energy that people are putting in it. They must have thought a lot about me to do what they're doing, right? And I even get like people's gardens. I got a lemon supply from a magical lemon tree. That's like spectacular, right? And so I drink this beautiful lemon water, and I know that it came from somebody's tree who really cares about me. Like I'm going to start crying again if I keep talking about it.
I didn't mean to make you cry. Somebody just said in the chat, "Hey, you were trying to make her cry." No, we're trying to get into this. Okay,
Anyway,
the reason I'm asking, and Janine and I agreed to talk about that. Oh, go ahead, Janine.
I just used to give boxes like that and put a lot of energy. Now I'm getting it back sevenfold. So I just was reminding everybody, what you put out, you get back. It always comes back. And that's the bad stuff too.
And that's the point of us having this conversation. Janine and I spoke about this, I think, yesterday or this morning again. We need to re-educate ourselves here about the fact that we have abundance, that we're not in this scarcity model that the Matrix wants to put us on. And we need to get rid of those programs. And as soon as we do, and we start living in that abundance and giving back to people, it comes back to you tenfold, sevenfold, tenfold, 100-fold. That's what Janine was trying to convey yesterday. But of course, the tears got in the way. So a big thank you, basically, to everyone here in the PayPal tip jar and the people who support us through the pay-per-view channel as well. It keeps us going, guys. And your comments are absolutely amazing. And we just feel the love, and we just wanted to say that tonight. So that's why I'm bringing that up. It's not because I want to make her cry. I'm going to cry. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to gather myself here. All right, Susan Allen from the Insider Access Pass Discord channel. She said, for Janine, what is the craft we've been watching in the sky these past few weeks? So Susan Allen is saying that she's been observing a craft for the last few weeks. Okay, what is that? Is there a message there? Who is that? What's going on for Susan Allen?
Oh, well, it's definitely some of the friendly off-worlders. And they're watching things happen here, and a little bit, almost like I get the feeling of hovering, because they know there's a lot of people about to get really in bad shape here. And you know why, right? They're gonna find out about all the dysfunction that's been going on, and
Yeah.
outrageous things, like if you watch that video we mentioned a little earlier, where that student guy interviews this woman, it is hard to listen to. Okay, she's like the bravest young woman. You know what I mean? So large part of the population is about to get messed up, okay, with info, and so they're hovering. Maybe they're gonna send a beautiful signal, so that particular ship is one that, so must be, maybe it's from Venus, or it's from some friendly ones, as friendly as those people are, or those energies are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Susan, that's interesting. And what should Susan do? Does she need to reach out telepathically? Does she need to change frequency to maybe hear them? There seems to be a disconnect between Susan and the craft. So what can Susan do maybe?
Yeah, so they're housing ancient wisdom, okay, and just wait for it. Just acknowledge even in your heart that you see it. Don't be afraid. This guy's not afraid, but he's careful, but he's approaching energetically in a careful, sort of respectful way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just have that intention, just have a good intention towards it and send it some, like, I like to just imagine my heart chakra lighting up and then beam it to the craft, maybe next time you see it go by, just so they know your intentions.
Okay, I think that's good advice. Okay, Susan? And keep us posted. Maybe Susan next week, she can tell us if she had an encounter. That'd be absolutely amazing. Okay, so folks are asking also for Carla here. Here's the link again to her Etsy shop. And she reminded us tonight in her message, and to me also today, guys, don't forget to use the coupon code. It's another 10% off, and it's a little bit difficult for her after that to have to cancel the order and then put it back on if you do forget to use your coupon code. So if you haven't missed one word, the coupon code here for all of these amazing, beautiful pyramids. And if you look again tonight, just judging by the live baskets here, there's 20 people having some of these pyramids in the live baskets already as we speak. So if you're looking for this, you might want to pull the trigger again before she runs out very quickly here in some slot. All right, next question. Let me see what I can do here. Well, how much time do we have? Oh, we're 55. Okay, it's time for our 11 conversation. Okay, so yes, of course, tomorrow, 9/11. We've heard of this date many times before.
No, 11/11.
11/11, sorry, not 9/11, 11/11.
Yeah.
And of course, here in Canada, it's Remembrance Day. There's a reason they picked this day also for the end of the war. There's always all of this symbology around this date. Now, people are asking, and through email also to me earlier today, hey, ask Janine, what the hell's going to happen tomorrow? Are we looking at maybe one of those FF events that skew us in the wrong direction? Or are the good guys going to capture some of these dates perhaps to get the show going here on a positive side of things? We're hearing that some players might be forcing some other players' hands here very soon. So what's on the radar for tomorrow on 11/11? Wow.
Bad guy takedowns. So they've been getting hit really hard, by the way, because this was in the background before it. So this is our good military. So they've been going after these guys hard. They've lost some really big players. Apparently there was 10 days right at the end of October and a little bit into November that was literally the 10 days of darkness. Turned out it was for the bad guys. It was for these guys that the darkness came. So we misunderstood that for a really long time. So there's continuation of that. So there could even be a specific person. And the people that they're rounding up looks like they're absolutely crimes against children. So the whole idea of bringing that more into the foreground it seems really important. But all of that feels like it's still not in the public eye. So they're doing stuff, but they're not necessarily putting it all over the mainstream media just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might even look like, not much is happening, but you need to trust that tons of stuff's happening. They're utilizing that date for all kinds of takedowns, it looks like, covert situations. They're still being covert though. So, like that Phil guy was saying, he was really hoping they start being obviously more out, and he gives a little intel about that, so.
Well, you can imagine the stress that's going on, and I also believe that this news is coming out, if not like breaking at the seams. And of course, we're seeing the FBI raid the houses of journalists who
Yeah.
potentially had some of this information here, and that's all I'll even say on this channel. So there's, guys, there's a lot going on, and the stress levels are really, really, off the chart for these guys.
Yeah.
And so it should be. Hey, what was her name again? Something Allen? Okay, Susan Allen says, thank you. I call it our new friend. She's talking about the UFO above her head here. So, okay, good for you, Susan. Let us know next week if you actually get some contact or a visitation. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, Janine, we're at the end of the show. Is there anything else you want to share maybe with the audience tonight before we go? You want to pull some cards out? What do you feel in the next 2 minutes? We're at 58 minutes.
Let's just pull a couple cards just for a parting, at the dawning of 11/11 here.
In the meantime, guys, if you're interested in the Insider Access Pass, Janine and I actually, extended the coupon code here, Stay Connected, so another 10% off here on the yearly Access Pass. That gives you access to all of the series here of these videos on the Insider Access Pass. And when you look at it, I think there's actually more now than the value of the pass. And on top of that, you're getting a whole full year ahead of you. So give it a try while you still can. Thank you. Good. Next couple of days.
The thing they're working really hard on to find a way to get out to the public in the safest way is about what's happening with the kids. All the operations around children and infants. So the good guys, that's their plan, is they really need that. So if there's anything you see out there, share, even if it's hard for people, like they know it's hard, it's gonna be done, but that part needs to get put into this picture. It's not just a political thing. All the politicians are in on that. That's their little payday, or how they keep those guys under their thumb. They get them compromised in those kind of stings and situations, honey traps and whatever, but they're using stolen people to do it, and kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the thing that's the big push, is they want that stuff's coming out fast and hard. Have you noticed? Like every day there's something, and even this thing you just pulled up there, that's every day you're getting more on that. That's the thing they want you to circulate.
And you know what's funny? We've been getting for a number of years now by a lot of psychic people, remote viewers, the linguistics, that when this issue comes to light, the one Jim's just talking about now, that's also when some of these evil bankers go by the wayside. It's all connected. And we're seeing now the stressing on the banking system. So you can tell if there's stress there's stress on that other side of that equation. We're watching that in real time. Absolutely fascinating, guys. All right, so one last time here, the Insider Access Pass, you can find that at youngmystic.net/pay-per-view. And if you guys are looking to get some of that physical silver into your hands, it's youngmystic.net/high-hope-silver. You can find Janine here at Sending Ravens on YouTube, and also here at Tarot by Janine. This was Tarot Reading by Janine. I'm Jean-Claude Young Mystic. I love you guys. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Au revoir.
Maybe I'll have some base with all these resources built. We'll see. I hope they're enough to build a base. Yeah.
that we have described. Trust. Wherever you are, your music moves with you on Premium. Premium lets you download music and listen offline from any device. Whether you want to listen from your speakers, your TV or your phone, Premium lets you play the music you love free from ads. Plus, get unlimited skips, even on mobile. Step into Premium and unlock 1 month free. Tap the banner to learn more.
Okay guys, bye.